Oh, also, before this video starts, I'm technically filming this at the end, but whatever. Memberships are now open on my channel. I recently got to that point, to that milestone in my channel engagement and stuff like that. And I'm honestly so happy and grateful that all of you have decided to support my journey on YouTube and that you're allowing me to grow the way I have been. It's been like extremely amazing. I never thought I'd get to this point, to be honest. I never thought I'd be able to like somehow make money off of this, because this is just a dinky little YouTube channel. None of you have to watch any of this. But like I'm just so happy that that is where I'm at now. So if you guys want to join my memberships, those are open down below, and it's pretty barren right now. However, once people start joining, I'm going to take opinions, suggestions, and stuff like that as to what you guys want to see for the memberships and to make it more personal and special for you guys, as well as so I can interact with you guys on a more personal level. So again, thank you guys so much for supporting my journey, and enjoy the rest of this video. What's up guys, my name is Lou and these are my books. Today we're going over all of the books that I have obtained in the last 4.5 months of the year. So this is not a lot, it's not a ton. However, these are books that A, either I was looking forward to, B, were on pre-order, or C, I just decided to get because they looked interesting. So let us go through them. Most of them are special editions, which is actually kind of interesting and really great. We're gonna go through all of the ones that aren't special editions first, and then we will move from there. So the first one is this is a YA book. It's an anthology actually, and it is Unnatural Creatures, stories selected by Neil Gaiman. So I wanted this book mainly because it just sounded very interesting, and also I've heard great things about Neil Gaiman's writing, and so I wanted to see like the kinds of things he takes inspiration from, considering the fact that this man wrote All American Gods, I think. And he also wrote a book on like Norse gods and stuff like that. And he has a habit of just taking like mythology into his own hands. So I really wanted to see how that translates into things that inspire him and how he writes as well. Because I know this has a collection selected by master storyteller Neil Gaiman with the 16 stories in this menagerie. So there are 16 different authors, and one of them is Neil Gaiman. I am very excited. It is a fairly thick book, but I feel like it'll be very interesting, especially with like the variety that we have in here. Next book is an adult cozy fantasy book. This was in the cozy fantasy section at Burns. It is Charming by Jada Linwood. So last time I was in Barnes & Noble, before I got this anyways, I was very interested in it because it sounded, it's considered cozy fantasy, but I would file it under the statute of feminine rage. So let me read to you the back, which is why I call it Feminine Rage. Brave, resourceful, deceitful, double-crossing, charming. Prince Jean-Marc Charming Arundel, known to friends and enemies alike as Prince Charming, is handsome, well-mannered, brave, a peerless swordsman, a cunning tactician, and a liar, a con man, and a fraud. For years, he's been traveling from one kingdom to the next, rescuing endangered princesses and maidens, securing their troughs and his place in their father's palaces, then looting their treasures and having it away before dawn. Until a chance meeting of 3 of his victims, raven-haired Marie Blanche de Neige, the sorceress Dr. Amelie Rapunzel, and long-slumbering Bella Lucia de Sogni suggests a course of revenge. So, just so you know, if none of you know this, you should know about women. Do not cross women. Do not. Because somehow, some way, we will always learn to make your lives a living fucking hell. So that's just kind of how it is at this point, really. So yeah. But yes, Charming by Jada Linwood. I'm actually very excited to get to this. Yeah. And the person at Barnes & Noble they gave me a bookmark with like, it's a promotional bookmark, but it's a bookmark nonetheless, so I just put it in there. Next book is a book that's actually very far off my radar, but I've been wanting to read for a good amount of time. And now that I'm looking at this cover, it's just this man on the cover that's really giving me, I appreciate. And that is All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata. So I'm aware this is a romance book. I am painfully aware of that fact. And I am also painfully aware of the fact that I have very publicly said on my channel, I don't fuck with romance. This is going to be part of an experiment video because I have heard amazing things about this book. And also one of my favorite booktubers, Mel Reeds, if you know her, has read this book. So I want to read it, but I also have no idea how I'm going to go for it because like this is so far out of my comfort zone. But I've heard it's amazing slow burn, which is something that I really enjoy as long as it is not insta love or some sort of enemies to lovers type bullshit that's never even enemies to lovers. I think I should be fine, but we will have to see. Regarding this whole thing with me and the romance, it's just a matter of finding the right book. And a lot of those right books in romance just don't exist right now. So for All Roads Lead Here, this is probably going to get its own video. But let me read to you the back of it. The people we lose take a part of us with them, but they leave a part of themselves with us too. Aurora de la Torre, or Aura to her friends, knows moving back to Pagosa Springs, Colorado, a place that was once home, but it is now full of bittersweet memories of her late mother, isn't going to be easy. Starting your whole life over probably isn't supposed to be. But after breaking up with her longtime famous musician boyfriend, hiding out in a small town in the mountains might be the perfect remedy for a broken heart. And checking out her landlord who lives across the driveway might just cure it too. Only Tobias Rhodes didn't rent out the apartment to her. Rather, it was his teenage son, Amos. Fiercely protective of his family and distrusting of strangers, gruff and grumpy Rhodes initially keeps Little Miss Sunshine Aura at a distance, but over days and weeks, long hikes and fireside chats, Aurora breaks down his walls, and soon an unbreakable friendship blossoms into a once-in-a-lifetime love. And that's something that's actually very interesting to me, regardless of the genre. Okay, so we will see how this goes. I have high-ish hopes, but I'm also leaving my expectations literally on the floor because I know myself and I am judgmental as fuck. Next book, this one is more up my alley as well. Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. So I was checking out this book for a good amount of time. And it just feels so like me personally. And also I've just been really obsessed with like Regency. Not in like the sense of like Bridgerton, but I've been really obsessed with like Regency fashion and Regency like customs. Mainly just because I'm the kind of person who watches documentaries on the reg just because. Like, it's just me, but I just enjoy dead people drama. Okay, anyways, but Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. I really wanted to pick up this book, so I did at one point. And so let me read to you the back of the description and tell you why I want to read this book so bad. It's difficult to find a husband in Regency England when you're a young lady with only half a soul. Ever since she was cursed by a fairy, Theodora Eddings has no sense of fear or embarrassment, an unfortunate condition that leaves her prone to accidental scandal. Dora hopes to be a quiet, sensible wallflower during the London season, but when Elias Wilder, the handsome, peculiar, and utterly ill-mannered Lord Sorcier, discovers her condition, she is instead drawn into dangerous fairy affairs. If her reputation can survive both her curse and her sudden connection with the least liked man in all high society, then she and her family may yet reclaim their normal place in the world. But the longer Dora spends with Elias, the more she begins to suspect that one may indeed fall in love, even with only half a soul. So this is also romance-based, but it is fantasy as well. So I'm a little more inclined to actually go into this with less of like a chip on my shoulder about it. But then again, it is romance, and I am very excited. This is also probably going to get like its own video. Well, thanks, Blondie. Next book, last of the regular editions, I guess. This technically isn't a regular edition, but I'm including it anyways. It's not exactly a regular edition, it's just also paperback. Anyways, I have the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition of Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett. So this book has been pitched to me as cozy fantasy. And honestly, check, because I have been wanting to get into the cozy fantasy genre for a little bit. And the Emily Wilde series specifically intrigues me because our main character is a scientist in a fantasy world. It's more modern than historical. It's like, yes, phones, no swords. But also just the fact that there's also like the interesting premise that she's also a researcher, like that speaks heavily to me because I'm very good at research. I have literally spent hours, days, obsessed with things that are none of my damn business. Like, I'm a CS major at a university. I should not be looking up case files from a skyjacking from 1977. But I did. I just did, and I'm still obsessed with it. It's still interesting. But still, I'm really good at research for the most useless things. So this one speaks heavy volumes to me. So let me read to you the description of this book. What? That is a word. A curmudgeonly professor journeys to a small town in the far north to study fairy folk and discovers dark fey magic, friendship, and love in the start of a heartwarming, enchanting new fantasy series. Interesting. Cambridge professor Emily Wilde is good at many things. She's the foremost expert on fairies. She is a genius scholar and a meticulous researcher who is writing the world's first encyclopedia of fairy lore. But Emily Wilde is not good at people. Neither am I, girly. Neither am I. She could never make small talk at a party or even get invited to one, and she prefers the company of her books, her dog Shadow, and the fair folk to other people. Same, girly, same. Like, introvert life for the win. So when she arrives in the hardscrabble village of Craffensick, Emily has no intention of befriending the gruff townsfolk, nor does she care to spend time with another new arrival, her dashing and insufferably handsome academic rival Wendell Brambleby, who manages to charm the townsfolk, muddle Emily's research, and utterly confound and frustrate her. But as Emily gets closer and closer to uncovering the secrets of the Hidden Ones, the most elusive of all fairies, lurking in the shadowy forest outside the town, she also finds herself on the trail of another mystery. Who is Wendell Brambleby? Who is Wendell Bambleby? And what does he really want? To find the answer, she'll have to unlock the greatest mystery of all, her heart. See, it's cute. But honestly, I'm more interested in the fact that she's a lot like me and the fact that she likes dogs better than people, because honestly, like, I don't know anyone who doesn't like dogs better than people, or just animals in general better than people. And if you do not share that opinion, I don't trust you. We're pulling the next book. All the rest of these are hardbacks. We have my Barnes & Noble exclusive edition of Foxglove by Adeline Grace. So I read Belladonna a little bit ago. I finished it. It was great. It was honestly a pretty great book. I still haven't jumped into this just yet. For no particular reason. I'm just indecisive like that, I suppose. But yeah, this is the sequel to Belladonna, and I believe the third book, Wisteria, is coming out soon. So I'm on the lookout for that. I have that pre-ordered, actually. I thought I had this pre-ordered too, but apparently the pre-order got canceled or something like that, or maybe I canceled it. It's probably that I canceled it, but anyways, but Foxglove. So if you don't know what Belladonna is about, we essentially follow our main character, Signa Farrow, who is an orphan because like one night at a party, everyone in the house in her family's manor got poisoned to death except for her because she was a newborn, and like so death has been following her ever since. And so she moves in with her like last known relatives, the Hawthorns, and she has to solve a murder case. That is a very loose description of what's going on in that book. There's a lot more about that book. However, something I will say about it is that it is actually very good. And the way it ends is actually a very perfect setup for this book here. You don't have to set up anything new in this book because what goes on in this book has already been set up in Belladonna. So that is something. I'm not going to read you the description of this because it would spoil you for the end of Belladonna. Okay? So we're not doing that, but I have this. And something about like these books in particular, just my freaking God, just freaking beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And also the original one is white, and is white with the red foxglove instead of like all red like this. And I can't decide which one I like more. I'm not gonna lie to you. Next book. This is the most recent book that I actually got. The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo. This came out 2 days ago from the time I'm filming this. I don't remember the exact date, but I got it the day after it was released because it was a pre-order from Amazon. It has the black straight edges, obviously, but The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo. I was very highly anticipating this book because of the fact that it's set during the Spanish Inquisition, which honestly, I adore the time of the Spanish Inquisition, not because of the things they did, but because of the fact that during the Spanish Inquisition, like no one owned colonial Spain harder than colonial Spain owned itself, and that was just continuously hilarious to me. Anyways, so here's that. There's a very interesting pomegranate motif going on with this. If you can't see it, there you see there's a pomegranate embossed on the hardcover, and then it's just plain on that, nothing else on the back, black sprayed edges, but the end papers are very, very pretty, and if you can see, all of it is pomegranates. So the pomegranate motif does not exactly make a lot of sense to me. However, I will go with it. So let me read to you the description of this book, and my pronunciation might be a little bit off. So bear with me a little bit, would you? Okay. Fate can be changed. Curses can be broken. In a shabby house on a shabby street in the new capital of Madrid, Lucia Cotado uses scraps of magic to get through her days of endless toil as a scullion. But when her scheming mistress discovers that the lump of a servant cowering in the kitchen is actually hiding a talent for little miracles, she demands Lucia use those gifts to better the family's social position. What begins as simple amusement for the nobility takes a perilous turn when Lucia garners the notice of Antonio Perez, the disgraced secretary to Spain's king. Still reeling from the defeat of his armada, the king is desperate for any advantage in the war against England's heretic queen, and Perez will stop at nothing to regain the king's favor. Determined to seize the one chance to better her fortunes, Lucia plunges into a world of seers and alchemists, holy men and hucksters, where the lines between magic, science, and fraud are never certain. But as her notoriety grows, so does the danger that her Jewish blood will doom her to the Inquisition's wrath. She will have to use every bit of her wit and will to survive, even if that means enlisting the help of Guillén Satanhel. Yeah, Satanhel. An embittered immortal familiar whose own secrets could prove deadly for them both. See, that is very interesting to me. And also, this is about historical time period that I'm actually very familiar with, during the time of Queen Elizabeth I's reign, because she is Gloriana, the Virgin Queen. She is actually credited with defeating the Spanish Armada, which had actually never been done before she did it. Because the Spanish had a monopoly on the navy and blah, 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 blah. And it's actually quite funny because Queen Elizabeth's older sister, Queen Mary I, aka Bloody Mary, actually married Philip, King of Spain. It was simply for Catholicism reasons, not even like, and the thing is, what's actually kind of funny, it was simply to like secure the nation as a Catholic nation. because at the time there was like this fight because their father, King Henry VIII, the guy with the 6 wives, divorced, beheaded, died, divorced, beheaded, survived. That guy, yeah, he broke from the Roman Catholic Church to garner favor with his mistress Anne Boleyn, who was actually Queen Elizabeth's mother, which is so funny to me. So it's like, to the spoils, to the victor goes the spoils. Anyways, but at the time, Mary I was actually married to Philip, King of Spain, and that marriage was interesting, to say the least, because it was plainly obvious that she was in love with him, but it was absolutely obvious to everyone, except for her, that he was not in love with her. And when she died, Philip wrote that he only felt a moderate grief for her, which is honestly, it's shitty, but it's iconic. But anyways, history tangent. Let us move on to these books. So all of these have separate like clips of me like unboxing them. So specifically, I'm gonna go through these. So I'm gonna go through these pretty quick. So first off, we have my Fairy Loot editions of Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. So I got these when they were reprinted by Fairy Loot that last time. We're gonna go over them very quickly. I am very happy with these. These were my Christmas present. Actually, they came in February. I was so happy. Right. So this is that Ballad of Never After. Oh, precious. These are so pretty. I love them so much. And Curse for True Love. So pretty. I give a more in-depth view in the next clip, which is here. Hey, hi, hello. So, it's here. I'm so excited for this. Like, actually, you have no clue how excited I am for this. Like, all I'm thinking about is, like, I'm just getting flashbacks to the anxiety of me waiting in that damn queue that Fairy Loot has on their website for sales like this. And like, I was thinking back on that. I was like, there's no way. I have to get this set. I just have to. It was absolutely insane. Anxiety was through the absolute fucking roof. Not gonna lie to you. And I have them. My mom was very gracious to be able to pay for these for me. These were my Christmas gift because these were coming out around Christmas. They went up for pre-order in November. My mom was like, yeah, that's gonna be your Christmas gift. I don't mind. And I was like, my heart. But anyways, we have Packing Peanuts. Okay. And there's so much bubble wrap. Okay. So much bubble wrap. I appreciate the bubble wrap, Fairy Loot. I very much appreciate the bubble wrap. And there's Packing Peanuts as well. So I think what we're going to do with the Packing Peanuts is we're just going to throw them on the ground gently. Like very, very gently. Toss them to the ground. So we can get at things very cleanly, you know? So here is the little like Fairy Loot thank you card thing for ordering from their Fairy Trove. It's a little bent actually on the end, if you can see that. But you can see the bubble wrap and you can see the first cover. I cannot believe I actually have these. Oh my god. Okay, just gonna dump them out. Does it work? It works. Oh, and they're so well packaged. Oh, yes. Oh, you're so well packaged. Oh my god. Okay, so funny story. So I remember getting an email that these are scheduled for shipment. I was super excited. And usually with Fairy Loot, what they do for me is that they usually send me the tracking number after it arrives in my country. So that I'm not waiting with like anxiety or whatnot. But with these, they didn't do that. So I was just waiting for a full 15 days being like, why hasn't this arrived in my country just yet? Like, this never usually happens when I order from Fairy Loot. or when I get my boxes from Fairy Loot, blah, 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 you know? And so I contacted Fairy Loot support being like, hey, these haven't said that they've arrived in my country yet. Do you know what's going on? And then next day I get an email say, I checked the tracking information. They arrived in my country. They were going to be delivered. Which I found utterly hilarious. Oh, okay. But oh, God. I'm gonna cry. This is actually kind of ridiculous. I'm gonna cry. Okay. So here is Once Upon a Broken Heart. Oh my God. Freaking gorgeous. Now the dust jacket is not 100% perfect, which is to be expected. Even though they were very well packaged, so the damage is very, very minor. I honestly wouldn't even call it. Okay. I just opened this book and I saw the oh my God. Yeah, the dust jacket damage is like very, very minor. And oh my God. Okay, so I know we all know what these look like, but like, can we just Once Upon a Broken Heart? And then the back says, how far would you go for happily ever after? Oh my God. And then on the inside here, it has, it has the artwork. Oh my God. Oh gosh. Okay. And now we can talk about the naked hardback. Just, oh my goodness. Hardback, Ballad of Archer and the Fox. And the sprayed edges. We sprayed edges. Okay, and then here are the end papers. No, it's one. I know the pink-haired one is Evangeline. I don't know who any of these other characters are. That's all I really know about this book. I remember reading the first chapter on Kindle Unlimited, like I remember reading the sample on Kindle Unlimited, and I was like automatically hooked. Oh God. Oh my God. This is magical. Never make a deal with the fate. Oh gosh. Oh my freaking God. Okay, what? Oh, what? Okay. Look at her. Okay. Moving forward. And then the rest of them are actually upside down, kind of. So, the next book. Ooh. Oh, this one has a little bit more damage, but it's actually not very much. Yeah, it's just like the corners are just a little bit like smushed in, but like I can live with it because like these weren't $1,000. Next we have the Ballad of Never After. Oh my God, beautiful book. Not every love is meant to be. We have those edges, the mushroom edges. Oh my God. What? Oh. Okay. But like, here's the little, whoa. here is the artwork under the dust jacket. Freaking gorgeous, actually. Oh my god. And then here is the naked hardback. House Slaughterwood. The Inglorious History of House Slaughterwood. Oh, that's darker than I thought it would be. Wow. Beautiful silver foiling on the purple. Like, here's one. Beautiful. And then here's two. Okay. We're good. I'm good. Everything is fine. Ooh. Does that work? Yeah, that works. Okay. And then the last book in the series. Finally get to move this bubble wrap out of the way. We have A Curse for True Love. I can't choose between this book and the first one, which one's my favorite, honestly. Like, I genuinely can't choose. Oh, I never noticed that. Oh my god, look. There's a heart in like the little glass case, and it reminds me of the like the little rose in the glass case from Beauty and the Beast. Oh my god. That. And then May the Best Villain Win. Beautiful, beautiful book. Beautiful. Again, a little bit of damage to like the weaker points of the book, but like that's nothing I can that's nothing I can't deal with, honestly. Dust jacket's just a teensy bit bent, but you know, just how shipping works. And then, so, oh. Okay, so here, sorry, is the artwork. Sorry. Okay. And then the naked hardback. Oh, the greatest love story ever told. The tale of Evangeline Fox and Apollo Arcadian. I'm gonna call him Arcadian. I don't care. And then it's pretty much the same on the back, but like, beautiful book, beautiful. And then the edges again. And so we have that, and then we have that. Freaking gorgeous. Freaking. Okay. And then, you know, all of them are obviously signed, well, digitally. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. I am thoroughly very pleased with this. I am so grateful that I was able to get a set of these. Look at how pretty they are. Oh my god. Oh my god. But yeah, all of these are by Stephanie Garber. And they're beautiful. They're gorgeous. And quite obviously, Like, these will be being displayed prominently on my shelves. I don't know where. I may just keep them like that, to be honest, but also A Cursed True Love is prone to falling if I do keep it like that, so I'm not sure that I want to. But that concludes this segment. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Okay. I need to stop gushing over these books because, like, but look at them. Oh my god. I waited in a queue for these. Oh my gosh. They're gorgeous and pretty much perfect. I can't decide if I want to have them displayed edges out or... Oh my god. It's likely, though, like, my best bet is that they're going to be displayed like this on a shelf. Like, one book, like, double stacked. But I don't know where yet. I really don't. But I'm just happy that I have these in my arms. And that they are safe. Next, we have my two latest Fairy Loot books of the month. We have The Crimson Moth by Kristen Ciccarelli. You know, this is actually going to be very interesting. Again, I give a more in-depth thing on, like, in the next clip that I will show off here. Hey, hi, hello. So, we have a Fairy Loot box. This is the one for February. Yeah, this is the one for February. The theme was Moth to a Flame, right? Oh, I see many things. I see things. And immediately on top was not the spoiler card, which was interesting. Okay, but the first thing I see that I can pull out, okay. It's a Fourth Wing hat. Yeah, it's a Fourth Wing hat. It's kind of cute, I guess. Basket. I guess, man. Like, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna wear it. My head's too fat for hats anyways. So, like, that's the funny thing. We have a mug. We have a mug, and on the mug is... it's a murder goose. I kind of love it. Where is the spoiler card? Hold on. I'm gonna pull some things out. I need to find the spoiler card. Oh no, it's in here. It's just at the bottom of everything, man. Don't get out, please. Oh my god. Hold on. I'm just taking everything out of this box. Give me a quick second. Ha ha ha. Yes. So I suppose what we'll do now is we will just go through... Oh, we have 3 tarot cards now. Okay. So we have the Four of Moons, which is... she's very pretty. The Page of Moons. I love her. Her hair reminds me of Evangeline Fox a little bit. And the Knight of Moons. Ooh. These are all very fun. I assume they're characters from the book. But, you know, I could be very wrong. Let's see. Tarot cards of the month. This month's tarot card set features Rune as the Page of the Moons card and Gideon as the Knight of Moons card. The characters from The Crimson Moth by Kristen Ciccarelli. So then what's this third one? Yeah, from The Crimson Moth. Yeah, and The Crimson Moth is the book of the month. Okay. But I don't know what this third person is. If anyone knows, tell me. Because I wasn't prepared for that. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So we have the corduroy cap, which don't care about. There's this friendship keychains. Inspired by the Crimson Moth by Crimson Ciccarelli. This unique keychain split into 2 halves. Share ones with your book bestie and keep the other for yourself. Ooh. Gimme. Let me see. Ooh. Oh, they're actually like keychain. Oh, for some reason I thought they were necklaces. I don't know why I did. But they're enamel and, oh God, sorry. But like, look, that's actually really cute. And then when they go together, they have like a moth in the center. It's really cute, actually. That's super cute. Oh my God. That's really nice. These are really cute. Okay. All right, I see. Let's see. Bookshelf tote bag. Oh. Ooh. There's a lot going on here. Okay. Let's see how many of these books I actually have. So we have Stalking Jack the Ripper, which I have. This Is How You Lose a Time War. I don't have that. Ace of Spades. I don't have that. Witches Steeped in Gold. I have that. The Jasted Heir, Caraval. Don't have that. Kingdom of Souls, Song of Wraith and Ruin. Do not have. Fourth Wing. I do still have, unfortunately. Daughter of the Pirate King. Haven't gotten it yet. Do want to. The Curse of Saints. Don't know what that is. One for My Enemy. Planning to get that. Shatter Me. Do have it. Don't know if I'm going to continue. The Bridge Kingdom. The Winner's Curse. Don't have either of those. Belladonna. I have Belladonna. I do not have Renegades. These Hollow Vows. Plan to get that. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Obviously, I have. The Night Circus. I also do have. The Hurricane Wars. Have been planning to get. The Spice Road. Do not have. Only a Monster. Do not have. Sing Me to Sleep. I do have. The Crimson Moth. Apparently now I do have. And Strange the Dreamer. I've been planning to get it. Still don't have it. But here it is. It's very like blue. I actually really like this. This is really nice, actually. I really like this. And it also, I just got like the tote from Barnes. So like that's been fun, you know? So let's see about this mug because honestly have no idea. It's inspired by the Jasted Heir. Take it, Geesey, and treat yourself to your favorite drink with the sassy glass mug. It features a quote from the Jasted Heir by Sarah Hashim. Sorry, I pronounced that wrong. Oh, she had the temperament of a. She had the temperament of a deranged goose. I love that. I love this, actually. Like, that is so much fun. And I love the murder goose. I love the murder chicken. I call geese murder chickens. So this is perfect. And it's actually a smaller mug than I thought it would be. It's like perfect for like espresso drinks. Interesting. My mom's going to kill me now that this is here, but you know. Whatever, she can live with it. That's so funny. She had the temperament of a deranged goose. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Sorry. All right, and now let us get into the book. Okay? Oh yeah, also this is the front of the spoiler card. Ooh. Did I leave anything? No, I didn't. Okay. So first we have the little fairy scoop thing. Yes. So let's see. Describe the Crimson Moth in 5 words. The hunter falls for the hunted. Interesting. Interessante. Interesting. Okay. Anyways, that's that. And then, ooh! Okay, so this is the original cover. I honestly don't remember what this looks like, but here it is. Here's how it was redesigned. She's pretty. I like her. She was the Crimson Moth, a wanted criminal, but not to... Bleh, sorry. She was the Crimson Moth, a wanted criminal, not to mention a witch, hiding in plain sight. But this wouldn't be the first time she walked into a space full of the people who hunted her kind. She'd done it hundreds of times before without batting an eye. So why was there a tiny seed of fear sprouting inside her? Ooh. I just looked at the edges. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Look at that. Freaking gorgeous. And then the spine is pretty simple. But like the book itself actually is fairly simple. But ooh. Now I know why it's simple, because there's a reverse thing on the disc jacket. Anyways. It's foiled. It's foiled. This is a gorgeous book. And then look at this end paper. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh my god. And then I think it's the same. Yeah, it's the same on the other side. Jesus Christ almighty. Okay, and then here's the reverse of the disc jacket. Freaking beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, allow me to read to you the thing. The blurb. Is that what it's called? It's a blurb? Yeah, it's a blurb. Okay. The only thing more treacherous than being a witch is falling in love. On the night Rune's life changed forever, blood ran in the streets. Now, in the aftermath of a devastating revolution, witches have been diminished from powerful rulers to outcasts ruthlessly hunted due to their waning magic. And Rune must hide what she is. Spending her days pretending to be nothing more than a vapid young socialite, Rune spends her nights as the Crimson Moth, a witch vigilante who rescues her kind from being purged. When a rescue goes wrong, Rune decides to throw the witch hunters off her scent by courting the handsome Gideon Sharp, except Gideon is a notorious and unforgiving witch hunter loyal to the revolution, and falling for him would be deadly. Ooh. Ooh, I like that. Oh, I like that a lot, actually. And then there is a little bit of damage on the spine part of the disc jacket, which is fine, in my opinion. But, like, it kind of makes this a little bit, but still, she's so pretty. A moth to flame, a witch to burn. Ooh, my God. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. I very much do. This is beautiful. This is a beautiful box fairy loot. Except for that fourth wing hat, but you know what? I may just throw that in when I sell my copy of Fourth Wing, but the Crimson Moth from Fairy Loot. I will say, I think my favorite item does have to be this fucking book, because it says she had the temperament of a deranged goose. That's so funny. Okay, anyways, that brings that to an end. And then the latest one that I received for the month of April, A Tempest of Tea by Hafsa Faisal. So, yeah, there is a lot going down here. Hey, hi, hello. So, we have a Fairy Loot unboxing. This one has a hole in the top of her, which is interesting. This took forever to get to me because of like Fairy Loot's issues last month. But this is the box for March. Yes. And ooh, I see a lot of things actually. The theme this month was Heists and Hustles, I believe. Hustles and Heists or something like that. What is this? Oh, wait. There's a tag on it. Hold on. A Tempest of Tea book sleeve. Okay, so here's the thing. I actually also already know what the book of the month for this is. Hold on. Let me grab the little... Did they include the spoiler card? They should have. Hold on. I'm going to avoid looking at these. Well, okay. Need a minute. Let's get with these guys. So first off, we have the King and the Queen of Moons for the tarot cards, which is really, really cool, actually. They're very pretty. I do like it. Very much. Okay, put this down here. But yes, the theme was Heists and Hustles. So this is the little card thing. And so the book sleeve. Book sleeve, yes. So I put that over here. The book sleeve. Complete with a pocket for your e-reader or bookish accessories. This charming book sleeve features a design inspired by A Tempest of Tea by Hafsa Faizal. Our featured book of the month is A Tempest of Tea. See, I already knew that because I got spoiled by Mercari. I was browsing Mercari, you know, as you do, and I saw like a Fairy Loot edition of A Tempest of Tea, so I'm like, oh, that has to be the book of the month, right? So this is actually really pretty. Ooh. So here's the back of it. But like, can you see? That's so pretty. So pretty. And then here's the side with the pocket, and the pocket says, "Vengeance never dies." See that? That's really cool. I'm so here for this. I have needed one of these, actually. Like, I have a couple, not even, really. Like, these, okay, well, here. Hold on, let me move a couple of things. I've been using these guys as book sleeves when I take books on trips. But they're not really book sleeves. I don't know what they are. One of these is from Victoria's Secret. Yeah, one of these is from Victoria's Secret. This one I got for Christmas one year. I have no idea what it holds. Like this one holds this one holds like paperbacks pretty well. This one holds hardbacks really well. So that's what I've been using them for. But now that I have a dedicated one, I can get rid of these because I don't need them. Beautiful, amazing. Thank you, Fairy Loot. Next item is shoe charms. Shoe charms. Decorate your shoes and flaunt these adorable shoe charms based on the coziest coffee shop in Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldry. Oh. Hold on. I think it might be this one. The bag is adorable. This one? Yeah. Yes, Legends and Lattes charms. Okay. It has a little thing. Ooh. Hold on, let me see. Gimme. Oh, it's cute. Oh, they're cute little. Oh. Okay, so this one, I just dropped it. Okay, so these are cinnamon buns and stuff. These are cinnamon buns. You can see. This is like a little latte. So cute. And then these are two of the characters, I would presume. I don't have these just yet. I wanted to get the Fairy Loot editions, but something happened and I wasn't able to get them because they sold out pretty fast, I believe. That happens with a lot of things, actually. But these are clearly meant for Crocs, and I don't own a pair of Crocs. So we'll have to figure out how to use these. But these are really, really cute. I like them. I like them a lot, actually. Okay, so put that over there. Next, we have a letter opener. Are you ready to go on an adventure? This amazing letter opener is a mini replica of Sting from The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien and will help you open your letters with an added flourish. Huh. Yeah, so this is the letter opener. This is pretty much the only thing it can be. Whoa. 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 Oh, that is cool. Okay, so I'm gonna hold it like this, but do we see? Absolutely amazing. I always wanted like a little sword. This is so cool. It's hardly sharp. It's hardly sharp. It's so cool. I like a lot, actually. I'm enjoying this. I like this a lot. I have not read The Hobbit. Don't even have it, actually. So, all right. See, ceramic soap dish. Add a little bookish touch to your bathroom with the soap dish inspired by Ray Bearer by Jordan Ilfueco. Give me. It has a little tape. I want to see how this letter opener works. Oh. Whoa. Oh. Yeah, it works. Just so you know, it works. Okay, so ceramic soap dish. I don't know what what Ray Bearer is. I have not seen that book. Haven't picked it up. Oh, I see. Oh, I see you now. I see. Oh, it's cute. It's very cute. The ceramic's really nice. Very good ceramic items are really nice always, but look at this one in particular. I really enjoy that. And it has like this padding on the bottom so that it's not like so hard against counters and stuff like that. And then all along the outside are is this pattern of vines. So really cool. It's really pretty, actually. Okay. And then tea tin, a pastel dream of a tea tin. It's inspired by Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber and is perfect for storing your favorite brews and blends. Ooh, oh, this is the one that I've seen. This is the one that I've been seeing on Mercari. Actually, I thought it was from a different box. Actually, because I didn't see as many people selling this one. But whoa, I'm happy. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's cute. So like this is the lid, but like on the inside to keep it to like as an airlock freshness thing, it has this thing. It says Little Fox. It's cute. And there's nothing in it. Obviously, there's nothing in it. I don't know why I smelled it. But you know, it's cute. That is really, really cute, actually. It's making me want to get back into loose leaf tea. I used to have like a bunch of them and then like they just never. Whoa, okay. What? I just what? Can this go back on? Ah. Okay, and like to lock it, it also has a specific mechanism. That's cool though. That's really pretty. I like it. I like this a lot, actually. Okay. And then, so this month's tarot cards were inspired. Oh my god. How did I not? So the tarot cards. This is embarrassing considering I've read this book. These are inspired by Severon and Layla from the Gilded Wolves. And I should have known because of this peacock headdress on her. I really should have known. They should have put the Ouroboros pin he has on here, but he doesn't. By Layla is the Queen of Moons and Severon is the King of Moons. These characters are from the Gilded Wives by Roshana Tokshi and are illustrated by _ Saint Dree. I think. I don't know. But yeah, that's embarrassing. I should have known. I really should have known it was these two characters. But no, this just flew right over my head. They're just pretty. I was just like, oh, they're pretty people. But no, these are the two that were unnecessarily eye-fucking each other throughout the entire fucking book. Anyways. We are moving on to the book of the month. So, according to, like, Fairy Loot and their posts, according to Fairy Loot and their posts, apparently they are no longer doing, like, the art prints that double as letters from the author, which is a little bit disappointing, not gonna lie to you, because I really liked those, and I also bought an album for them. Anyways, so here's the little bookmark that they always include. Let's see. Then I'm gonna not look at the book real quick. I'm gonna not look at this. No, I'm gonna turn this over. I'm not gonna do that actually. Okay, so here's the Fairy Scoop thing that they always include as well. Let's see. There's an author interview. And then, let's see. To gaze upon wicked gods. Ooh, it's cute. So yeah. Yeah, there's Fairy Scoop things. This always goes in my little album thing. So I guess I now have more space for that. But here's the main attraction. That is unnecessarily pretty. And my edition is perfect. A Tempest of Tea. I've been wanting to pick this book up, but when I found out that but I was waiting. Honestly, I don't know why I was waiting. But then Fairy Loot came out with this. Oh, it's pretty. It is so pretty. It looks like a genie lamp. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh my god. And then there's the spine. Well, is it upside down? Yeah, it's upside down. It's a spine. And then there's the back. The back is also really pretty. And then the edges. So cute. And then the top and bottom are just blocked. Oh god. Holy. Ooh, wow. Okay. All right. So here's the naked hardback, which is, in my opinion, even better. Oh, so pretty. I just love red and gold together. Like, come on. That's so pretty. And then here we have the end papers. They're both different. Let's see. So pretty. So freaking pretty. And then I know on the inside, yeah, on the inside is the author letter thing. And that's where the signature is, I believe. Because it's no longer, hold on. Yeah, because it's no longer on the other side. So, let's see. There's that. There's nothing on the reverse of this. It's just white. Whoa. I did not notice that. And instead of like the little like description / blurb thing for the authors, we have these two on the flaps. That's cool. That's really cool, actually. Now I need to find the description for this because I remember vaguely what this is about, but I genuinely have actually no freaking clue. I don't really remember what it's meant to be. So I have exclusive editions of all of House of Faizel's books, which is interesting because I have the Illumicrate versions of We Hunt the Flame and We Fear the Stars. I will read you the description from Goodreads instead of the actual book this time. Why save the world when you can have tea? Honestly, true. On the streets of White Roaring, Arthi Casimir is a criminal mastermind and collector of secrets. Her prestigious tea room transforms into an illegal bloodhouse by dark, catering to the vampires feared by society. But when her establishment is threatened, Arthi is forced to strike an unlikely deal with an alluring adversary to save it, and she can't do the job alone. Calling on some of the city's most skilled outcasts, Arthi hatches a plan to infiltrate the sinister, glittering vampire society known as the Aetherium. But not everyone in her ragtag crew is on her side, and the truth behind the heist unfolds. Arthi finds herself in the midst of a conspiracy that will threaten the world as she knows it. Ooh, pretty. I like. Yeah, that's something. Yeah, I knew it involved vampires. That's pretty much the bulk of my knowledge about this book. I knew that it involved vampires in some capacity, just didn't know how. Did not know how. But Jesus, this is a pretty book. This is a pretty freaking book, man. Ugh. Anyways, there goes the end of that. Blah, blah, blah. You know, all of that. So, but either way, that brings this video to an end, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button. If you want to see more of my content, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get notified every time I post a new video. I post weekly on this channel, so don't miss out. Also, leave me comments down below what you want to see from me, books I should put on my TBR, books I should move up my TBR. Say hi in the comments. Tell me what you're reading. I always get really happy when I see you guys' comments. It makes me feel so happy and appreciated. Anyways, guys, I love my Lumas. Bye!